Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collegeville High School. We've got a little boys volleyball action for you tonight as your Collegeville K-Hawks play host to the Lions of Maryville Christian School. My name again is Todd Duke, and we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you tonight by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, and great service is served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street in Caseyville is where they are located. You can give them a call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007. Well, the Cayhawks come into this contest with a record of 4-10 under their fourth-year head coach Mike Nichols, who now has a record of 36 wins and 42 losses. Maryville Christian, they come in at 5-6 on the year. They are coached by Jack Grimm. He is into his third year as the head coach of boys volleyball at Maryville Christian and has a 17-23 record. Well, the Cayhawks snapped out of their 5-match losing streak with a 2-set sweep at Bunker Hill Wednesday night. 25-21, 25-17 were the scores in those 2 sets. In the losing skid, Collegeville lost 4 straight to Southwestern Conference teams. Tonight's game being a stretch of 3 matches in 3 days, and all of them are non-conference variety games. In Wednesday's win at Bunker Hill, junior Cade Simmons led the team in kills with 7. Fellow junior Stanley Cardahan had 5. Another junior, Evan Wilkinson, with 3. Sophomore JaPaul Hudson helped the cause with 2 kills. Cardahan led the team in blocks with 2, while senior Miles Tonoletto hit 2 aces with his 7 serves. Sophomore Colin Walagorski led in serves with 10 and picked up 1 ace in the process. Walagorski also had 9 assists in the 2-set sweep to lead the Kahawks. Collinsville, by the way, looking for their first home win of the season. This is just the 3rd season for boys volleyball at Maryville Christian. Relatively new high school. They opened in 2003. Boys basketball just finished up their 5th season in February. They have 8 boys sports and 6 for the girls at Maryville Christian. The Lions started their season on March the 18th with the win over Bunker Hill, whom I just mentioned. Collinsville just defeated Wednesday night. Maryville Christian then dropped their next 2 matches with a 2-set loss versus Altoff before losing the opener of the Belleville East Invitational Tournament to the host Lancers. The Lions would pick up their only win in that tournament with a 2-set sweep versus Alton Marquette the next day before losing the final 3 matches at Belleville East to St. Pius X, Plainfield North, and then the final match to Collinsville. Since then, Maryville Christian has won 3 out of 4 matches. Alton Marquette got revenge for the loss at Belleville East with a home win over the Lions. The 3 wins, all home wins, over Metro East Lutheran, Alton High School, and then a 3rd match won against Alton Marquette, with the last one being a 2-set sweep of the Explorers back on Thursday. We begin our senior interviews for the boys volleyball side of things, and we will do so in numeric order. And the first one up, that would be senior Miles Tonoletto. And my interview with Miles will be coming your way after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. No one likes a dirty house. It's work that almost no one wants to do. Why not get someone to do that work for you? Kara Gray with Rags to Riches Cleaning Service would love to take that task off your to-do list. Kara is a homegrown Collinsville High School graduate and the owner of Rags to Riches. From floors to ceilings, from baseboards to light fixtures, Rags to Riches can clean them all. No job is too big or too small. Call Kara Gray at Rags to Riches Cleaning Service to schedule a free estimate today at 618-979-9634 or visit Rags to Riches Cleaning Service on Facebook. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahawk Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks! Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. If it's springtime and we're in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, it means boys volleyball, and that's what we're here for tonight. We continue our senior interviews. Actually, I think we're starting our senior interviews with boys volleyball tonight. We go in numerical order. That would bring us to number 2, Miles Tonelato, 5'7", senior defensive specialist, second year on the varsity squad. First of all, thanks for joining us. Second of all, tell us a little bit about your family.
Hi, so my parents, my dad is from Springfield, Illinois, up north, and then my mom is from Texas. They went to SIUE together, and they played sand volleyball, I think, a little bit while they went to SIUE, and now I'm here.
All right, so that's a little bit of your volleyball story. Tell me, when did you start getting into volleyball to lead you up to this point?
So for the longest time, I played soccer, and I also do marching band, so marching band kind of conflicted with soccer because they overlap in the same time of year. So I was looking for a new sport to start playing, and I saw that boys volleyball was a new program here at the school, so I decided I'd come to tryouts and see what it was about.
All right, so soccer and volleyball. Any other sports in your blood?
Nope, just those two.
All right, how about watching sports? You have a favorite sport you like to watch on TV?
I do really like to watch the Olympic volleyball games. The U.S. men's team is a phenomenal team, and I always enjoy watching them play.
All right, got into one game in your junior year, the first year on the varsity roster. Do you remember that?
I do. I remember playing defensive specialist on the opposite side. Got a couple of decent passes, but it was a pretty quick rotation.
That was kind of a tough roster to crack, man. That was loaded with seniors.
Yeah, and then they all left, so now we're here.
And you're wearing the purple shirt tonight, so I'm guessing you're a libero?
I am, that's correct.
All right, so fifth most serves so far this year, 15 games that you've been in. 39 of them, 84.6% is your efficiency rate, and 3 aces, and 2 of those came in Wednesday's game against Bunker Hill. So tell me, what do you like about serving?
Serving is just, to me, it's the one part of volleyball that doesn't involve the rest of your team. It's the only part of the sport that is an individual skill. And so serving is kind of that spot where you're just isolated and you're in that, you kind of lock in and get in that zone of, okay, what am I going to do in the next point? How am I going to make this next point better than the last point? And so that always starts with the serve, and an aggressive serve, getting it over the net and kind of breaking down their offense helps you build up your offense.
And if you can get an ace, all the better, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, 6th most on the team in the digs department. You've received 49 serves this year, 87.8%, so a little better than your service. So tell me about the digs part of your game.
Digs are probably the greatest feeling that you will ever have in volleyball. People talk about having a good hit, having a good block, but when you pick up that ball off the ground and nobody's expecting you to get it up and the whole crowd in the stadium is just cheering and loud and all you can hear is just screaming and hollering and whooping, it's the greatest feeling, I think, that you can ever have.
All right, let's move on to the favorite things category. These are your favorite things. Favorite sweet snack?
I am a big fan of chocolate, anything.
Nothing wrong with that. Favorite salty snack?
I'm a big fan of salt and vinegar chips.
I'll leave those alone, man. All right, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which one's your favorite?
I really like dinner. Dinner's it just kind of is like a break time for me after coming home from school and stuff like that. So.
All right, so what's for dinner and who's doing the cooking?
I like to cook a lot. I am a big fan of chicken Alfredo or shrimp Alfredo. I also like sushi, but I'm not very good at making it yet. So.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. All right, music genre. What is your favorite kind of music?
I really like old school R&B, like 90s kind of Aaliyah, SWV, TLC, just kind of those old school R&B groups.
All right, cool. So do you have a favorite group or artist in that, or did you just name them all?
I just kind of named a group of them. Recently, I've been listening to a lot of TLC because they just have, classic hits and stuff like that.
All right, you a book guy or a movie guy? What's your favorite?
I have to read a lot of books for school. I don't really watch a lot of movies, so I guess I'd probably say books over movies because I do more reading than I do watching TV.
You have a favorite book?
I'm a big fan of this book called A List of Cages. I can't remember who the author was, but it talks about like a young boy who goes through child abuse and kind of like learns about himself, and it's like kind of a coming of age story in high school. So
All right, speaking of high school, what's your favorite class?
I am. That's a really good question. So I'm going to college to major in biology. So I would have to say probably AP biology out of all of them, because that's what I'm going to school for in the future. But a close second would probably be English, because we talk a lot about important like current events and stuff like that in our society.
Least favorite class?
I hate math.
You're not the last one, and you're not the first one that's going to say that. All right, you touched a little bit on your future. That was my next question. Any idea where you're going to college?
Yeah, so I am currently planning to go to Southern Illinois University in Edwardsville. I plan to play on the club volleyball and club soccer team there as well.
All right, shout-out time. Who out there you want to say hi to?
I want to say hi to my mom and dad. They're hopefully going to be at the game tonight, probably going to be at the game tonight. And just to all my teammates in general. I feel like all of them have done a great job in lifting me up through high school and kind of giving me a space where I can work hard and be determined at my sport, and also work hard and be determined in school as well.
All right, you have Maryville Christian tonight, the Lions. This is your second meeting. Any takeaways from that first meeting that you can use tonight out there?
So the last game that we played against them, they opened up with a really quick hit out of the middle. So I'm going to be watching for that and hopefully picking it up.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Good luck in your future.
Thank you. You too.
Miles Tonelato, 5'7" senior defensive specialist, playing libero tonight. We'll take a break here on the LC's Pub pregame show, and when we come back, we'll throw the starters for both sides your way. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Things happening pretty fast around here. We're already ready to go with this varsity match. That's because the junior varsity match ended in 2 sets. And the good news is that Collinsville won both of those. Close set in the first one, 25-17, but Collinsville then kind of ran away with things in the second set at 25-8. Here are your starters for the varsity side of things. You will find number 1, Judah Amsden. He is a libero, and he is a junior. Grayson Folk is on the opposite side hitter, 6-foot junior. Amsden is a sophomore. Levi Gray and Jaden Huff, both outside hitters, and both of them are juniors. Griffin Crank is a middle blocker. He is a 6'3" senior. Titus Verning is the setter. He is a 6-foot junior. And I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, number 24, Logan Schwenk, a middle blocker, 6'7" senior for Collinsville on the floor. Evan Wilkinson, the 6'1" junior, playing outside hitter, as is Cade Simmons, the 6-foot junior. Your libero is our pregame guest, and that was Miles Tonelato. He is a 5'7" senior. Your middle blockers, Andrew Balsidis, a 6'4" junior, and Stanley Carnahan, the 6'6" junior. And then your setter is Colin Wologorsky, the 5'10" sophomore. And Japal Hudson plays the right side. He is a 6-foot sophomore. And we are tied 1-1 as we are underway here in set number 1. Kahawks looking for that first home win. These two teams, as we mentioned in the pregame show, did meet. They met at the Belleville East Invitational Tournament on March the 23rd. And Maryville Christian won the first set 25-19. Collinsville came back and took the next 2 sets, 25-23 and 27-25. Collinsville trying to volley it back over now. Here is Hudson with a one-hand touch. He sends it over. And now the Lions go back to work. That one almost hit the bottom of the scoreboard here at midcourt at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. And then a block over on the other side by Schwenk will give the Lions a 1-point lead at 2-1. Seth England into the game for Maryville, and he will serve it up, does so. Tonelato over there picks it up, and Hudson will send it across, taken care of over on the right side of the screen. That's where the Lions are playing, and that one goes into the net off the hand of Jaden Huff, so we are tied 2-2. Back to serve for Collinsville. Here is Robbie Freeman. Robbie on the year, 36 serves, 4 errors, good for 88.9%. He has a couple of aces on the year. A little touch over there by the Lions. Now Collinsville goes back to work. Here is Hudson. He finds a spot. That was a nice dig over there in the middle by Levi Gray. And then Collinsville will work it and get the point. And the Kahawks have a 3-2 lead. I have a feeling we're going to go back and forth in this contest here tonight. So another serve coming up for Robbie Freeman. And Collinsville looking to extend that 1-point lead. That one's on the far sideline, taken care of by the Lions. They'll send it over, blocked by Hudson, and that's nicely done there. Not only did he block it, he turns it into a point as well. JaPaul Hudson gives his team a 4-2 lead. Another serve coming up here for Robbie Freeman. Freeman sends it over. That just barely got over the net. Another nice dig over there by the Lions, and JaPaul almost had himself another point there with a kill shot, but Maryville picked it up, and an infraction against Collinsville will give the Lions the point, 4-3, and back to serve now is Jaden Huff. Huff on the year, 73 serves, 16 errors, 78%. He has 10 aces. Leader in the ace department for the Lions is Titus Verning with 19. Leader in the ace department for Collinsville is Colin Walagorski with 8. And Andrew Balsidis is up to serve now for the Kahawks. Andrew on the year, 32 serves, 9 errors, 71%, 3 aces on the year. Oh, what a big block that was by JaPaul Hudson. He already has 2 big blocks and a couple of big points. 6-3 in favor of Collinsville. Here is Balsidis again with another serve for the Kahawks, coming from the left side of your screen, taken care of by the Lions. They try to set it up, and it goes across the way. There was an empty spot over in the corner, so nicely done there by Balsidis to get over there and cover that up. Sent across, taken care of by Freeman, and then into the middle for Carnahan. Carnahan finds the empty spot over in the far side corner, and Collinsville extends their lead out to 4. 7-3 in favor of the Kahawks. Another serve coming up here for Balsidis, the 6'4 junior. He sends it over right in the middle. Popped straight up into the air. And a setup over here on the near side that's out of bounds, so a little bit of a readjustment process there for the Lions. There's Hudson again sending one across. Taken care of over on the far sideline. Now pushed into the middle, and a point there by Jaden Huff will give the Lions their 4th point. 7-4 in favor of Collinsville. We're inside tonight. We're outside the next 2 days if the weather allows us to be. We're going to be at Belleville West tomorrow for a little Lady Kahawk soccer action. We have some storms, though, that are supposed to be in the area around 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so we'll see if any of that gets off. And then Zach Roseman's supposed to be bringing you the baseball game between Collinsville and Edwardsville from Fletcher Field, and we'll see if that one gets affected as Collinsville picks up another point. And then I'm going to be at Fletcher Field on Wednesday for the baseball game between Collinsville and Mater Dei, and we'll see just how much rain we get Tuesday to see if that game's going to get underway on Wednesday or not. 8-4 in favor of Collinsville. Here is August Kent. Kent has 83 serves on the year. He leads the team in that department. 10 errors, 87.9%, 4 aces on the season as well. Lions handle it. They send it over, and it's off the hand of Freeman and out of bounds. So 8-5. Collinsville leading by 3, and back to serve now for the Lions is Titus Verning. As I mentioned, 19 aces on the year for young Mr. Verning. That one's popped up into the back and out of bounds, and Collinsville will pick up another point free-like. 9-5 in favor of Collinsville. And here is Cade Simmons back to serve. Simmons, 53 serves on the year, 8 errors, right at 85% in his service percentage, and 4 aces on the season. Simmons sends one into the back line, taken care of back there, moved up front and over to the near side. Off of a partial block. Nice dig over there by Tonelato. And then Carnahan, with his back facing the opposing team, sends one over, but it's out of bounds, and it's a 9-6 lead for Collinsville. A 3-point lead for the Kahawks. Here is Levi Gray, the 6'4" outside hitter. Gray on the year, 64 serves, 8 aces, and he got one there. 9-7. Collinsville up by 2. JV team 1 in 2. JV now 6-6 on the year. And another serve coming up here for Levi Gray. Gets that ball way up there. Nice sinking action on that one, and a nice dig by Tonelato. And he told us during the interview he loves the digs. Nothing like it, he says. There you go. Turns into a point for the Kahawks. 10-7. Collinsville up by 3. And up to serve, Miles Tonelato, the 5'7" senior. Miles on the year, 39 serves, 3 aces. Got 2 of those in the last match at Bunker Hill on Wednesday. Collinsville tries to get it over. They can't. They hit it one too many times. They call that a carry, actually. Kind of palmed the ball over. And the Lions have climbed back to within 2. Here is the Maryville Christian libero, Judah Amsden, the 5'9" sophomore. Sends it across, taken care of by Collinsville. Tonelato sends it back over here to Waligorski. Waligorski gets it off. Gray will send it back, and Collinsville gets it right back. Here is Simmons trying to set it up, does so, and nice job there as that one was palmed from the floor by Jaden Huff, and Collinsville goes back up by 3. And JaPaul Hudson checks back into the game. Back to serve for Collinsville is Colin Waligorski. Waligorski has 8 aces on the year. He leads the Kahawks in that department. Over to the near side. Nice dig once again over there by Tonelato. Over to Wilkinson, who's out of bounds. Finds the empty spot in the middle of the floor, despite the diving effort there by Judah Amsden, and Collinsville now back up by 4. Another serve by the sophomore, Colin Waligorski, coming up. Sends it across. Had some sink on it, and a little miss hit over there by Huff. Will give Collinsville another point. 13-8 now. Kahawks extend that lead. Waligorski sends one across. Popped in the middle. Now over here to the near side, and taken care of by Simmons. Set up on the far side for Wilkinson. That's blocked, but it's blocked out of bounds. And they're going to say Collinsville tipped it. So maybe the diving effort should have been halted there. Once you're in mid-dive, you can't stop. Back to serve it up now for Maryville Christian is Seth England. He does so. Collinsville sets it up into the middle and sent over into the corner and off the spinning try of Levi Gray, and it spun in the wrong direction and out of bounds. Collinsville back up by 5 now at 14-9. Robbie Freeman back to serve again. That's where we started. Freeman ready to go. Into the middle, taken care of by the libero. Back over toward the libero, and he got out of the way. He already hit the ball once, but somebody else already hit it. I don't know if he thought he was supposed to get out of the way or not, but it ends up going out of bounds. Collinsville now up by 6. Robbie Freeman sends another one over. That one barely gets over the net, taken care of by Amsden. And then partial block there by Collinsville. That's another block and a half there for Hudson as well as Balsidis. And now over onto the near side. Down the sideline it goes, and Collinsville is going to get a point. And the Kahawks up 16-9. Another serve coming up here for the senior, Robbie Freeman. Gets down again, taken care of by England. Moved over here to the near side. This time it works out. No, it does not. Jaden Huff hit the net. So Collinsville are now up 17-9. Freeman enjoying a little elongated service time until I had to open my mouth and he hits one into the net. 17-10, that was a nice run by Freeman back behind the service line. And now Jaden Huff will take his turn for the Lions. He sends it into the back, and that one's out. Barely. Tonelato at the last second ducked and let the ball go over his head, and that barely went out of bounds. Collinsville up 18-10. Here is Andrew Balsidis once again. Oh, that one's going to be short too. So back-to-back errors by the last two to serve. Tonelato went out and comes right back in. Jamison Zook back to serve now for the Lions. Does so. Popped up into the air by Freeman. Kept alive by Tonelato, but no one's going to get to that one. That was already on the back line when it started, and the spinning ball off of the hands of Tonelato just kept on going backwards. 18-12. Collinsville up by 6. Another serve coming up here for Zook. That one barely made it over the net. Into the middle it goes. Carnahan couldn't quite reach it, so he'll get another. Nope, he won't. Simmons, he gets it up there. It spins across the net. And now back to work go the Lions. Went through a couple of blocking hands up front, but it stays with Collinsville. Carnahan sends it over with his back to the opposition. And back over here to the near side. Comes in and out of bounds. Collinsville up 19-12. August Kent will check back in. Japal Hudson to the bench. Kent will come in to serve. 5'11" sophomore. Sends it across. Into the middle. Taken care of. Sent over to the near side for the Lions. Block up there by Carnahan. 4-point. 20-12 in favor of Collinsville. That's the magical mark of 20. Now you only need 5 more points to pull away a first set victory. Kent sends it over into the middle once again. Taken care of over there by England. Sent back over here to the near side. Collinsville keeps it alive. Tonelato over to the far side to Kent. And, excuse me, that was not Kent. That was Simmons. And then out of bounds, Collinsville picks up point number 21. JV team won in straight sets, the Kahawks did. We'll be talking to the JV coach, Brenna Swartz, after the varsity match wraps up. Another serve coming up here for Kent. Into the middle once again, and again picked up by Huff. And then a big shot there, and that one's going to go right behind the Kahawk bench. And Brenna Swartz had to get up and get out of the way in case one of her varsity players came diving over there, but that ball was well out of bounds. 21-13, Collinsville still out front. Here is Titus Verning. Picked up by Freeman. Set up to Simmons over here on the near side, but he hit his own net. 21-14 in favor of Collinsville. Another serve coming up here for Verning. 6-foot junior. Sends it. Taken care of by Freeman again. Kent sends it over to the far side. Down the line it goes, and the Lions keep it alive. Back from one side to the other. And Tonelato keeps it going. Kent into the middle for Carnahan. Carnahan, a nice little simple touch there. That one, I think, kind of hit the shoulder of Jaden Huff and then rolled right down to the ground. Here's Cade Simmons, the 6-foot junior, ready to serve. Collinsville 3 points away from wrapping up this first set. Simmons sends one into the net. Almost got it there, but hit the top and rolled right down. 22-15, Kahawks still in the lead. Here is Levi Gray. Back to serve now for the Lions. Gray sends a sinker, picked up by Simmons. Kent sets it up far side for Wilkinson, and it rolls across the net and stays alive. And a save by Collinsville, but a carry by Waligorski will give the point to the Lions, and the Lions are back to within 6. Another serve coming up here for Gray. Gray, that one had some spin on it. Kent sets it up in the middle for Carnahan. He just uses a poke back into the near side corner. Now over here to the near sideline. Blocked by Carnahan once again. And for the second block in a row, that turns into a point. And Collinsville now just 2 points away from wrapping up this first set. As Miles Tonelato comes back to serve now for Collinsville. 23-16. Tonelato gets it over, taken care of by Amsden. Now back over here to the near side. Another block. This one by Balsidis, and he has his second. Collinsville 1 point away from wrapping up this first set victory. Tonelato, another serve coming up for him. Into the back, taken care of by Amsden. Over onto the near side. Partial block there, but off of the hand this time of Balsidis, and down it goes for a point for the Lions. 24-17. Collinsville in the lead still, and here is Judah Amsden, the libero, back to serve for the Lions. Into the middle it goes, taken care of by Simmons. Kent sets it up. Down. Nice save over there by Amsden. Back over here to the near side. Touched across. Kent pops it up. Tonoletto over to the far side for Wilkinson. Wilkinson sends it, and it's not going to be taken care of after the first hit. Collinsville wins the first set, 25-17. Set number 2 comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Looking for good food, good times, and good people? Look no further than the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Just over the bridge from the Kahok Stadium, Bridge Inn features a friendly and courteous staff that serves up the coldest drinks and the best food in the Metro East. Lunch and dinner is available daily with a breakfast menu every Saturdays and Sunday morning. And don't forget about fantastic fish fry Fridays. Bridge Inn also features pool tournaments on most weekends and a gaming area for the over 21 crowd. Bridge Inn in Caseyville. Check them out at 519 North Main Street in Caseyville. Call for carryout orders at 618-344-3530. The best is yet to come at the Bridge Inn in Caseyville. 618-344-3530.
Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Set number 2 is upon us here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Collinsville winning the first set 25-17. So far, so good. 3 straight wins for Collinsville here tonight. See if they can wrap up a 2-set victory on both the JV level and the varsity level. As the score table referee is trying to make sure everybody's in their places. Went over to talk things over now with Jack Grimm, the head coach for Maryville Christian. Make sure that she's got everything right. Both of these teams in action tomorrow. Collinsville is right back here on this floor versus Father McGivney, while Maryville Christian stays on the road as they travel to Metro East Lutheran tomorrow. All right, now I think we're set, and Maryville Christian will start things off with the service, and that belongs to Judah Amsden, the libero. He's the only one out there in the white shirt, white jersey. Nice dig by Tonoletto over to Hudson. Hudson sends it across into the middle for the Lions, and into the middle it stays. Partial block up front, stays alive for Collinsville. Set up Waligorski, and that one's going to go down. Stays up, though. Nice save by the Lions. They'll get it over on the third and final shot, and then that one's going to go out of bounds. Simmons calling off Waligorski and hit it out of bounds. So 1-0 in favor of the Lions. Another serve coming up here for Amsden. He'll send it across. Simmons will take care of it. Waligorski sends it over to Japal. That one's blocked, but Tonelato was right behind Japal Hudson. And then when that one's been pushed over on a little two-hander by Jaden Huff. And quickly it is a 2-0 Lions lead. Another serve coming up here for Amsden. Amsden sends it, and Simmons puts it up into the front of the net, and it's sent over. Lions go back to work. Block, nicely done over there by Balsidis once again. That's his third block, and then that one out of bounds. The referee back on this back line says that was really close. Collinsville, though, gets that first point, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Lions. And coming in to serve is Lucas Zagorski. Zagorski on the year, 45 serves, just 2 errors. That's good for 96%, and he has 3 aces. Zagorski sends a sinker. Taken care of, now over to the far sideline, and that hits the candy cane pole, and that's automatic out of bounds. Once you see that thing wobbling, point over, 2-2. Another serve coming up here for Zagorski, the 6'3 sophomore. He sends it over into the middle, taken care of, and then over onto the near side, another block by Hudson. Hudson's has 4 blocks now, and that one ends up staying in. And back to a 1-point Lions lead, 3-2. And back to serve it up now is going to be Seth England, the 5'10 sophomore for Maryville Christian. Pops it up right in the middle. Zagorski takes care of it, sent over to the far side, and that one is a nice kill job there, man. That was getting up there for Cade Simmons, and it was partially blocked over there by the Lions, but it went right down the arms and right onto the ground. Carnahan comes in, sent over. Lions go to work. A little no-look and OC, and that one goes into the net. Once that happens, those are hard to recover, man. Zagorski did well enough just to get to the ball after that. Excuse me, I'm going to send it over on the second hit. Kind of a sneak attack there. Jaden Huff back to serve now for the Lions. Sends it over into the middle. Taken care of by Zagorski, but he'll send it into the stands. And now a 2-point lead for the Lions. Another serve coming up for Jaden Huff. Huff into the back. Tonelato got there first. Hudson gets a set up from Carnahan. Now back into the middle and then over to the far side. Little touch over there and a net violation. As Logan Schwenk kind of ran into the net going for that ball. Collinsville back to within 1. August Kent will come off the bench and come in to serve. Serve up and into the back corner, pushed up front. Now another try there by Schwenk, but Collinsville takes care of that one, and too many hits by the Kahawks. A double hit by one person, and that will give the Lions that point right back, and back to a 2-point lead now for Maryville Christian. And in comes Jamison Zook to serve it up for the Lions. Zook sends a knuckler into the middle. Tonelato got there. And back 2 miles it goes. He'll send it over on a 2-hand shot. And a setup over here on the near side. Partial block up front, but it stays on Collinsville's side. Zagorski sends it over, and Carnahan finishes the job. And then another block partially there. Carnahan kept it alive. Over to Kent. And into the back line it goes. And off of the backboard that's hoisted up into the ceiling. And the point belongs to Collinsville. 6-5, though. Lions still have the 1-point lead, as Cade Simmons will go back to serve it up for the Kahawks. Simmons sends it over in front. Popped up once again by England and then sent over by Huff. Collinsville couldn't find that ball once it hit the net. Always hard to do. 7-5, Lions with the 2-point lead. Titus Verning back to serve now for Maryville Christian. And that one barely hits the top of the net. Nice job by Tonelato to stay with it. Sent into the back, and the Lions get it. And over here to the near sideline, popped up into the air, almost hit the scoreboard, and sent over by Kent. And now back over to the near sideline once again. Carnahan with a block, but that one goes out of bounds. And now a 3-point lead for the Lions. Verning back to serve again. Verning sends one out of bounds, and Collinsville will get one of those points back. And the Canucks climb back to within 2. Tonelato back to serve. Tonelato sends a line drive screamer over there, and that one's going to go right straight in front of the scorer's bench. And Collinsville back to within 1 now. Another serve by the senior, Tonelato, and that one's just a little bit too far. So the Lions get that point right back and reclaim their 2-point lead. Levi Gray back to serve it up now for Maryville Christian. Tonelato takes care of the first hit. Kent sets it up and blocked, sent right back over. And now Amsden, he'll set it up again. Another block, but this one's going to go out of bounds, so nice try by Balsidis, but the block ends up going on the wrong side of the gray line here on the near side. 3-point lead now for the Lions. Another serve coming up here for Levi Gray. Gray sends a sinker taken care of by Simmons. Sent over to the far side. Over. And the Lions do finally get it over on the third try. Kent sets it up again. Into the middle it goes, and a point for Collinsville will result. And the Cayhawks are back to within 2 as Japal Hudson will come back in. Colin Walagorski will go back to serve. Hudson takes the place of Kent. Walagorski sends a line drive ace. There you go. First ace of the night for Collinsville belongs to Walagorski, and he leads the team. Had 8, now he has 9. We have a timeout. We'll step aside for just a moment as well, and we're back here after a brief moment on the Cayhawk Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Cayhawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Cayhawks.
Welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke is my name. Glad that you're spending a little bit of your Monday evening with me. Here is Colin Walagorski sending over a serve, picked up by Amsden. Sent over to the near side here for Folk, and that one's out of bounds, and Collinsville has come back and tied this thing 10-10. Lions got to get it over. They do so. Tonelato takes care of it, and Hudson will send the ball across. Taken care of on the back row there by the Lions. Now over to the near sideline, and Tonelato had a 90-mile-an-hour fastball coming right at him. Got a piece of it, and that sent it up into the balcony over on that far side. So back to a 1-point lead for the Lions. And back to Judah Amsden to serve it up for Maryville Christian. He does, right in the middle, one libero to the other libero. Into the middle it goes. Balsidis sends it across. And popped up once again. Paul Hudson, he was ready for that block. Over to the far side. It is blocked and sent back over off the block by Schwenk. And back to a 2-point lead now for the Lions. Amsden will go back to serve again. Amsden didn't get it far enough. Hit the top of the net and came right back and hit Schwenk in the head. Kahok's turn to serve it up, and that job is going to belong to Lucas Zagorski, the 6'3 sophomore. He sends it right into the middle, taken care of there by Gray. And, oh, what a block there by Hudson. That one counts for a point. I believe that he and Balsidis were both in on the block. And now we're tied at 12. Sent over. And the Lions go back to work. And another block. Actually, that one's not going to count as a block. That's going to count as a net violation against the Lions. So, at any rate, Collinsville gets their first lead of this game, I believe. Yeah, how about that? Not only their first lead, they stretch it into a 2-point lead on an ace by Zagorski. Zagorski sends that one into the net. So we go from an ace to an error. 14-13. Kahok's up by 1. Here is Seth England. He'll serve it up now for the Lions. Does so, the little pop shot. Tonelato takes care of it. And over to the far side, pushed over and then out of bounds. Nicely done there by Cade Simmons. And the Kahok's back up by 2. Balsidis back to serve for Collinsville. Taken care of by the Lions. They'll send it over to the near side for the kill shot. And that was just, tell you what, Balsidis put his hands up in front of his face to save his face from getting hit by that ball. And it goes straight out of bounds. So back to a 1-point lead now for Collinsville with Jaden Huff back to serve for the Lions. All the way out of bounds it goes. And Collinsville back out front by 2. Lions have had a couple of 3-point leads in this game until Collinsville came back to tie it up 10-10 and 12-12. And then Collinsville took the lead, and right now that's where they have as a 2-point lead at 16-14. August Kent sends it across. Amsden takes care of the first hit. And a nice block there by Carnahan. That turns into a point. Third block by Stanley tonight, and Collinsville has a 3-point lead. And August Kent will go back to serve. Into the middle, taken care of by Amsden. Barely kept alive there by the Lions. They'll poke it into this corner. Taken care of. Kent sets it up for Simmons. Simmons, oh, what a try there by Schwenk on the block, but I think it hit him in the wrist and not the hand, so therefore it went straight down. Collinsville now up by 4, 18-14, and this game's getting kind of late. Here is Kent. Pop shot to Amsden. And the setup right back into the middle. Pushed over. Kent pops it up. Tonelato sends it over to Simmons. Simmons sends it to the back row. Kept alive by the Lions. They'll push it across into the middle. Simmons to Kent to Carnahan. Carnahan pokes it in there and it stays in bounds. He had that empty far side sideline. There wasn't anybody standing behind Seth England to help out, and Carnahan saw that and found that spot he was looking for. Kahok's now up by 5. Here is Kent. Amsden almost sent that one out of bounds. Collinsville sends it back. Carnahan into the middle. And a net violation. Nope, too many hits. 20-14. Collinsville hits that 20-point mark first. Kent enjoying a little service time. Timeout called. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville. Locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Kahawks now up by 6. Lions led for a lot of this second set. The Kahawks came storming back, and now they lead, and that one's going to go too far. So the 6-point lead shrinks to a 5-point lead, and a serve coming up for Jamison Zook for the Lions. Sinker popped straight up into the air. Simmons goes all the way to the back line to get it, and then Tonelato will send the ball over. Now back over to the near side, off a partial block, kept alive by Collinsville. Kent sets it up behind him for Simmons. Simmons sends it across the way, taken care of on the back line. Now the Lions have to get it over, and they do so. Collinsville trying to set it up. Carnahan in the middle will just use a simple touch to get it across. And then the Lions have to get it over once again, and then Carnahan with a big kill shot there. And Collinsville back up by 6. Here is Cade Simmons back to serve. Kahawks 4 points away from wrapping up a 2-set victory. Make it a 4-set sweep at both levels. Simmons sends one right into the middle. Taken care of. Moved over here to the near sideline off of a partial block. Stayed alive though. Collinsville. Kent sends it over, and into the middle it goes once again. Lions go back to work, and that one's too far. Collinsville now 3 points away. Another serve coming up here for Simmons. Sends it into the middle. Taken care of there by England. Back to England, and a block, and Collinsville gets another point, and the Kahawks now 2 points away from wrapping up an early evening here. Simmons back to serve it up again. Right over the top. Those are tough, man. Nice job in the middle there by Huff to take care of that one. Now a setup. Nope, Tonelato will save the bacon. And now over here to the near side, pushed across. Carnahan with another block. And then sent over into the corner. Tonelato takes care of it. Kent sets it up. Far side down the line. Nicely done there by Jesse Scroggins, the 6-foot junior for Collinsville. And the Kahawks 1 point away from wrapping up this 2-set sweep. Simmons back to serve. Sends another one. Sinker. Comes down. There you go. Carnahan with the game-winning kill shot. Oh, boy, that was fun. And Collinsville wins tonight 25-17 first set, 25-15 the second set. JV completed the sweep as well, 25-17 and 25-8. A good night here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for your Collinsville Kahawk boys volleyball program. That sends us into the postgame show, brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives through chiropractic care and wellness. Visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. 4-set sweep split up between the JVers and the varsity team. We'll be back to talk things over with the JV head coach Brenna Swartz after a timeout here as the Chiropractic Works postgame show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT software Wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show. Big double sweep here tonight by your Collinsville Kahawk boys varsity program. JVers won 25-17, 25-8. And the varsity team completed the two-game sweep, or the two-set sweep, 25-17 and 25-15. And assistant coach for the boys varsity team and the JV head coach, Brenna Swartz, on the other microphone. How are you, dear?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. That's always fun when you can get two-set sweeps on both sides, man. It's an early night for all of us.
Yeah. That varsity game wasn't supposed to start until 13 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that. I always wondered. I'm like, the first time I ever did a volleyball game, I'm like, now are they going to wait until 6 o'clock since this one's over so early? Nope, we're going right to it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about your JVers. You guys evened your record out at 6-6 with that two-set sweep. So that's always nice to get back to 500. Tell me what your thoughts were for your JVers.
Overall, I thought they played pretty well. There were some little mistakes that kept happening, but that's part of the game. Comes with it.
Yeah, always does. So the first game, 25-17, that was kind of back and forth there for a little while, and then you guys kind of opened it up and kind of ran away with it there at the end.
Yeah. I called a timeout at one point and told him, hey, practice yesterday was kind of lethargic, and you practice how you play. So that transitioned into today, unfortunately, but then they pulled it together and brought that second set.
Yeah, and you've been on the other side of this, too, for that second set. You guys won 25-8. You've been there when you have a battle in the first set and you have that disappointing loss, and then you can't kind of regroup and get that out of your mind, and you end up only getting 8 points in the second set. So you get to be the beneficiary of that for the Lions to go through that thing in the second set.
Yeah, been there, done that. Happens to everybody at least once, and if it doesn't, then congratulations, good for you.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, let's move over to the varsity side. Do you realize that this was the first home win for the varsity team?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know now.
Yeah. All right, well, we won't dwell on that. 25-17, that was a tightly contested match, that first one was. It was kind of always within 1 to 2 points. And then late, just like your JVers did, late, the varsity team kind of held serve for a while there and pulled out the win. So tell me your thoughts on the just completed varsity match.
Our boys tonight were very aggressive up at the net, and they took care of business. They didn't let a whole lot drop.
There was a lot of blocks, man. Carnahan, I think, had 4. Hudson had 5. Balsitis had 4. Wasn't a lot of kills, but there was a lot of blocks.
Right. So they were working very hard.
So how do you teach that?
Blocking?
Yeah.
You start with footwork, and then you go from there.
Yeah. All right, second set. The Lions had the lead for a while. They had a 3-point lead, and then you would get one back, and then they'd go back to a 3-point lead. Then you guys finally tied it 10-10. Then you had to come back and tie it 12-12. You went up 13-12 for your first lead in that contest, and that's a lead you guys never gave back up.
As they shouldn't. And that's kind of one thing that we've been working on in practice is, finishing all the way till you get to that 25 and not letting up until you're done.
Yeah.
So.
You guys got 3 games in 3 days to start off this week. Is that fun for you?
We sure do, yeah.
Yeah.
Energy rush.
Yeah. You guys got Father McGivney tomorrow. Have you played them yet this year?
I don't believe so.
No? So you kind of got the parochial schools coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So when you guys have these 3 games in a row like this, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no time for practice.
Yeah.
So how do you drill down on the guys if they are making mistakes? When do you have time to correct those?
Actually, before games, we set up the net pretty early, especially if it's a home game, and we'll walk through or we'll let them, play trips a little bit and at least get touches. And so there is a little bit of practice prior to, but not as much as it would be if it was a full practice.
All right. Well, I'd like to be here for all your games, but I have soccer tomorrow, so I can't be here for that one.
The soccer's exciting.
Thanks for the visit.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
That is Brenna Swartz, the assistant to head coach Mike Nichols, and that's going to do it for us. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing some soccer tomorrow. We'll be on the road, a little Southwestern Conference soccer matchup, as your Collinsville Lady Calcs travel to Belleville to take on the Lady Maroons of Belleville West High School. Then we're supposed to have some baseball for you tomorrow as well on the Kahok Broadcast Club Student Network as Collinsville and Edwardsville tangle at Fletcher Field, but we're supposed to get some storms tomorrow, so we'll have to see how all of that plays out. And then if none of that plays out, we're supposed to be back. I'm supposed to be back on the baseball diamond Wednesday for a non-conference battle against Mater Dei. We'll see how all that works out as we move along here. So a big thank you to my pregame guest. That would be Miles Tonelato. We thank him for joining us on the pregame show, and a big thank you again to Brenna Swartz joining us on the postgame show. Collinsville with a 4-set sweep tonight. JV 25-17, 25-8. Varsity wins 25-17, 25-15. And until tomorrow night at Belleville West, my name is Todd Duke. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your Monday.